Hi everybody, welcome back to City Skylines. We're here in Quayside due to the nature of our lovely river running through the middle of the city. We've got a couple of abandoned buildings. We've got absolutely massive demand for industrial and no demand whatsoever for residential. So we're going to jump straight in on that today. Hopefully this traffic will sort itself out. It's not going to get any better when we place down the link up road, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So I'm going to play the game. I'm going to go straight into this, and we're going to get rid of some of these abandoned buildings. Oh, no, it's not going to let me. Why isn't it going to let me? No? How very strange. Whatever. Fine game. Have it your way. So we're going to jump up to free speed. We're right close to that next milestone. And I am aware that this isn't necessarily very efficient, so we're going to have to maybe work on the placement of some of these roads. Maybe get some paths in here just to beautify it a little bit. But for now, we're just going to drop in another handful of these crappy, gritty industrial sectors. Just here. Just down to there. And back down. We got water? No. See, I'm learning. Pop some water pipes down here. And then we're just going to fill it out with just industry. So that fucking Jimmy's dad can come get a fucking job, stop living like some sort of hippie. And we are going to place down this mega 6-lane road and link it up to the roundabout. So there is now transport links for people to get over the river. And we are going to just let some money tick up before we have a little fuck around with getting this bit set up here. So that's going to be our sort of next port of call. That's going to be where we start to put down potentially some more shit, and apparently we're struggling for, wow, that came at a really, really good time. Right, I'm going to drop another one of these in here, bam, another one of him up here, just on the key. It's going to need some fiddly pipes to sort it out. We'll just quickly do that. That's a mess, but sure. And we really, really desperately need some better power options. So we'll jump in here. We're going to drop down some of these. They're not too expensive. We have just blown all of our money, as I said that. But it should be good to go for the time being. And then we're going to get ourselves possibly a cloverleaf, possibly just a large roundabout again to sort of correct it. And over here, we are going to just get some 2-lane roads, just take them underneath the highway. That is not what I meant to do at all. And I don't know why it isn't letting me do anything in terms of bulldozing. Why are you not? Oh, it was on underground mode. Why was it on underground mode? Right, okay, sure. Sure, fine. We'll make it work. We'll make it work, guys. Don't even worry about it. Why does it keep doing that? You know what? Fuck it. We'll change this intersection out. We'll put a cloverleaf down, and we'll go from there. Because this is just not working. There's obviously a little bit of a problem of crime over here. Let's take a look at police. Yeah, we have no police officers whatsoever in this area. So we need 12k. We got any loan options? We'll pay that off and take it again. We'll do that. And just drop a police station in here. Gives us that extra bit of coverage that we need. So hopefully we shouldn't have any issues with that going forward. Now, my concern is this can't expand any further. So we do need a cloverleaf in here, which is going to be a real fuck around, a real mess, and it's completely my fault. But we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm considering whether or not we can just have a branch and another branch. Maybe. But I mean, there's still a lot of industrial traffic on these roads, sort of regardless. Jump it back up to 3 speed to get some money in. And we got these abandoned buildings popping up all over the damn place too. So we get rid of those, get rid of this one and this one, and are we good? No, there's one here. Bam, get rid of that. And so what problems do we have over here? So healthcare's not great, we need something up here. Just gonna place a normal medical centre up here. Education up here is terrible. It really is. No one's literate at all, but that's fine for the time being. We can make that work. We're just not going to see as many house upgrades. So what? Not enough educated workers. That's what you're saying, right? I know. There's not enough educated workers. Trust me, I'm aware of it. So what I'm going to do now is just going to create an intersection off of this big old road here, just up to there, and then we're going to build another quayside little residential area up to this nice little dumping ground we've got up at the top of the map, and we're gonna have to let it tick for a moment, so that's fine. In the meantime, we're just gonna get a couple roads along here, and then we're gonna have it come along here, just along the coast. Coast? Is it a coast? It's a riverbank, so yeah, it's coast. We'll call it coast. In the meantime, I've already got some water pipes over here, so we'll just drop a couple more of these down, and 940 bucks. Can we make that work? Do we have the budget? Right. So obviously we've still got industrial demand, which we can't meet, unless we just have a little play around here with what little money we've got. We can have a little play around. So I'm probably going to bring this out to the highway, as I said before, add some more routes into the city via this. And I do think we're going to need a cloverleaf intersection. In order for us to do anything at all with this top half of the map, we're going to have a play around with cloverleaf intersections, just to give us that four-way. The alternative is we put another one of these crazy tripod things. They look like the heptapods out of Arrivals, if you've seen that. A kind of hulking mass of all these tentacles coming off of it, mainly because I fucked around with the industry. But I do think that's taken some of the weight off of it. This roundabout is a living hell for anybody on it, but it isn't too bad. We're not getting too much backlog. And while I've been chattering away, we have generated some more money. Just like that. 90-degree angle. Oh, come on. Come on, game. Why you got to do me like this? We may even have to have a little play around with power lines across this main big road across here in order to actually make it work. But, no, fuck that road. Yeah, we're gonna have to move some power over here. Fuck that person's house in particular. And now we've got just a little bit more money. Come out from here down to here, and we're out of money again. Too many grand plans. Not enough money to do it with, but we'll get there, guys. We'll get there. So I'm literally just going to bring up the taxes just 1% on these two, just to give us a little bit more fundage. It's going to make people less happy, but they're just going to have to get over it for the time being. We really do need the money coming in, so it's fine. And residential has gone right down. We're not too worried about it, and we just... and just drop one more through here. That's a mess. Jesus Christ. That's better. Right, and we'll get some more industry. Bam, 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 bam. And they're going to need water, which is fine. So, one thing I always find in this game is you do get to a certain population, and I talked about this in the last couple of episodes, where you literally can't handle the traffic, and there's some really good assets on the workshop that can help you with that. So if you are big into the game, that's a massive, massive thing to definitely have a look at. for the simple fact that if you don't, you are wasting your time. Like I've got that little medical centre you can get that's private and really, really cheap to run and a little bit cheaty. But you can get stuff like that on the workshop that just makes the game easier. And if you're new to playing the game, which by this point you probably aren't, it's definitely worth having a look at. So I would say definitely have a look on the workshop. These guys still need an outside connection, that's why I keep avoiding looking at them. And we're just going to get another landfill just down here, just to increase the number of trucks on the road even more, make it more painfully aggravated. But we'll get there, guys, we'll get there. So I'm just going to add a little strip of commercial down here. There is demand for it, so drop that down there. That's going to annoy me. There we go. And just some more residential zoning. I'm not even sure if we have facility full. Oh my god. It's a good job I put that one, the other one down when I did. Otherwise we would be fucked right now. So that's fine. And this is just going to be... just going to label this whole area as hell. Just, it's a hell. There's so much pollution and traffic. It's hell. So, we've got that in there. We've got a guy who doesn't have any water access, which is fine. We can solve that fairly easily. Just bringing out these further connections out to here because we are going to need them. And we've got like 15k in the bank now, which is grand. Sort of wonky ass roads coming along here. Like that. And just add in a couple more. I find this helps with your sort of various linking transport stuff. So if you've got loads of police stations on those like long, thin grids, they don't tend to have access to all of it. So if you do this, it does create a lot more intersections, which is obviously bad for traffic, but it helps with giving people access to healthcare and other stuff like that, which you need sort of across the city. So add a little bit more residential here and here, way out to here. Obviously, the advantage is we're going to add a little bit more power to the grid as well, which is great. We are going to need it sooner or later. And we'll drop in a bit more commercial just in the middle of there. Now, I did find out fairly recently, actually, that commercial has high noise pollution, so it's not good for being in and around your residential zones. So if you're looking to really min-max, don't do it. It's really inefficient, apparently. But I like the way it looks. I like the fact that it kind of sits like that. And how much do we need for this? 7,500. We're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. We are getting there. Solar probe set to orbit sun. Follow its journey on Chirper at solar probe. So, we need more parks. We're good for fire. People are happy. We've had a few problems with garbage, but that happens because of traffic. So you can see 9 times out of 10, the garbage trucks are just getting stuck here. They can't get back out to the city. It might even be worth adding in just a one-way road, just to get straight out underneath here, bam, straight into here. But we're not going to play around with that today. I'm going to do a whole episode on that at some point, just us playing around with the sort of bigger image for all of these crazy fucking traffic problems that will, no doubt, sooner or later arise. We've got some guys missing water. I thought they would be in it, but apparently not. Bam. Get that down there. And we've got a little bit of cash, so we're going to drop in a firehouse. First things first. And you can see, because we've got this sort of strange grid pattern, not only does it make it look a little bit less griddy, but it does mean that there's better coverage overall, as opposed to if we've just done long, thin grids. You can see it's even struggling here, but it reaches all the way to here at the same level. So that's a good little tip as well. I'm not too worried about abandoned buildings now. We've kind of had to play around with it for a while, and now we're just going to leave it alone. And we've got right on the waterfront, we've got a load of different stuff Obviously down here it's not as close, just because of the way I built it. But here, these are the waterfront properties you want, you know. So I'll drag a little further out here, and that's a mess. So we're just going to bring it back up to here, down to there. Just to add in just a pinch more residential because there is industrial, because there is demand for it in this whole little bit here. And we're struggling for power again because the city's growing. And you can see some people are unhappy with the big old power turbines because they are a little bit of an eyesore. I mean, I would love to have one of these sitting in the river outside my house, but there isn't a river outside my house, so it's whatever. But some people are unhappy with them because they are a little bit of an eyesore, as is in life. Zone a bit more residential up in here. As you can see, it's not particularly even the way I do it. But I want to grow out towards this riverfront as much as possible for the simple fact that that's going to be the highest land value, which is going to attract more people. The only problem with that is they're going to want more resources. They're going to want more stuff. So, drop one in there. And that covers that whole area and into the old industrial area, which doesn't even have a medical centre, but you're just going to have to get over it. That doesn't have any power. Good job. These guys don't even have any water. Again, great job. So we'll just connect that up. Is that a hole in the middle? No, it's not. It's fine. And I am just going to drag a couple of pipes just to link it up. And I'm sorry if that's horrendously inefficient, but it's okay. Water treatment, we are okay. We're not great. We're not in the green as such, but we're getting there, so that's not a problem. Got a couple of abandoned buildings in this area, but that's not a problem either. And these guys are apparently struggling with waste. They shouldn't even be built there along that sort of off-ramp, but sure, fine. If you're having problems with garbage, that's why. They're having to go all the way out of the city to come back to get you, so that's why you're having problems. You shouldn't have fucking built there. These guys are not enough workers. Well, we're working on it. We are working on it. We're trying to get more people into the city all the time. And just in this little corner of the world, it's going to drop in a little Japanese garden just to improve land value a pinch, just because we've got the sewage treatment right there, which probably isn't helping with their sort of health. That's part of the reason why we've got this in place as well. And just a bit more residential here, and a bit more commercial in this little pocket, and then just around here, just because it links up that power grid and people will continue to grow out and keep that extension going. We've got 15k, which means we've got fire already. We've got a little bit of healthcare, but we don't have cemetery coverage, so bam, we drop one of those in there. I don't think the other one's filled up just yet, so it's okay for the time being. What else we got on the go here? Police department. Yep, see, obviously because this is right on the edge, it does cover a little bit of this, which means we can probably put it, I don't know, maybe here. Bam. And that gives us reasonable coverage over the whole area and into that sort of small amount of that residential area as was before. And we're getting closer and closer to our sort of end goal for the episode. However, I am going to have to wrap it up there. So, thank you very much for watching this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you next time.